Hello, everyone. My name is Maciej Kark. I'm from Eurostory.pl, and today I have a big pleasure to talk with Olivera, who is competing in this year's UMK with the song Thank God I'm an Atheist. So, hello, Olivera. Thank you so much for joining me. How are you feeling?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Of course, it is. I would like to start from the very beginning. Could you please tell me, how did you come up with an idea of participating in UMK? And were you thinking of it for a longer time, or was it more like a spontaneous decision?
I've always been thinking of attending to UMK, but if the right song appeared, I wanted to attend with a song that has a strong message, and this song felt like it. I mean, at first I was really scared of releasing it. I was scared of sending it to the competition, but my producer and husband Leno, he really encouraged me to do it, and yeah, I'm glad I did it.
Great, thank you. So if we're talking about your song, I would like to ask, what would you like to express with it? What story hides behind the lyrics? And I know that you said that this is the most important song in your career. So I would like to ask, what makes it so special?
Ever since I was a kid, I have always been wondering about the very biggest questions of um, the world. I have always been asking difficult questions from adults, and and there really I don't go through one day without questioning myself and without. I love to have deep conversations with people. I hate small talk. I think that's waste of our time. I always want to go to the deep level, and I'm not a religious person myself, and I felt like there wasn't a song existing that really would have put into words my deepest feelings. And when you're a human being and when you have questions, you're usually not alone. There's like 8 billion of us on this planet. And I have been super glad to see that there was a need for this song to come out. And I've got so many emotional, beautiful messages that even from really different kind of people. I mean, from atheists, from religious people, from young, old, male, female, everything. Um, that people are thankful for me to talking about these deep questions. That is pretty rare when it comes to pop music, I would say.
Thank you so much. And I would like to ask, how long have you been keeping in secret that you are taking part in UMK, and what feelings did you have when you were finally announced as a participant?
Well, the selection starts early fall, so around September. I think that's when people get to send their songs to the competition, and right after that, the whole process really starts. So I have known this for a couple of months, and we've been shooting a music video and doing interviews and planning the live show and everything. And it has been so hard to keep them secret. I mean, obviously, I needed to tell my mom and my closest friends and people like that. But now I'm just super relieved that now I don't need to hide anymore.
And how do you feel right after the releasing of your song? And what do you think about all the reactions to it? Because I think it has to be mentioned that just after 2 days, your song already reached over 100,000 views on YouTube. And now it's one of 50 most popular songs on Finnish Spotify, and they are just insanely great numbers. So how do you feel with it?
Especially in the point of view that this is an all independent release, so there's no label, record label, or anything behind it. I am really proud, I need to say. Um, it's not easy to do that without a big team behind you. And I know that because I've been working as an independent artist for many years. Um, I think that the popularity tells that there are people who have been looking for a song like this. Yeah, so I'm just so excited about all the attention I've got so far.
Thank you so much. And I have to ask, do you already know how this song will look like on the stage? Will it be something similar to the music video?
Of course, I do know because we need to practice a lot. Um, Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to say much, but I can say that the live show is really going to speak the very same language as the story, as the song, and it's going to be great. I would say so.
I'm sure about it. And like leaving the topic of UMK for a little bit. In the past, you've worked with many world famous artists, like for example DJ Tiësto. And I would like to ask, how do you remember these collaborations? And do you think that the whole experience you've gained made you like maybe better prepared to participate in UMK?
Oh, that's a really interesting question. You're the first one asking that. Um, yeah, on some level, yeah, I would say that. It's crazy how huge star Tiesto is. I went to watch him live in New York a couple of years ago, and I mean there are people who basically think that he is a god. I mean they are like worshiping him, and seeing that around me, I was like, whoa. I mean that really got into like blew my mind how much people adore him and other artists like that, but now we're talking about him. So um but I didn't do that much interviews back when that song was released, maybe because in the EDM world, even though I am the one who sings the song Affliction we made together, people are um seeing it as a Tiesto song, and then there is this girl who sings on it. But um, I mean, I had my very strong fans who catch me from that song, but it's really mostly about Tiesto on that. So this time I feel like it's more about me as a storyteller and artist. But yeah, great question.
Thank you. And I think it has to be admitted that your style is very unique, original, and what's the most important, I think it can be easily felt that it's your style. It's completely you. So I would like to ask, what inspires you to create music? Where do you get your inspirations from?
Well, I am the creep who listens to people's private conversations, like when I'm sitting in a bus and stuff like that. I'm always listening to people. That inspires me, like overhearing, like I'm always like, I'm pretending to listen to music, but I'm not. I'm listening to you. And uh, I mean, I know it's a cliche, but I have to say nature, the beauty of nature is something that just always gets me. Um, I dream of living even more in the middle of the forest than I do now. I live in a city right next to Helsinki, but I have neighbors, so it's not like completely countryside. Um, but I love walking in a forest and just enjoy the silence, which is never a complete silence when it comes to nature. If you just close your eyes, you always hear things. And I think it's important to stop sometimes. We're living in such hectic world where everything needs to happen now and everything needs to happen at the same time. But just, gosh, people, relax.
Thank you. So, as I know, you're currently working on your debut album, and I would like to ask, can we treat your UMK song as some kind of teaser of this album?
Yeah, definitely. Um, I mean, that I can say that the title of the album is not going to be "Thank God I'm an Atheist." It's not. Um, it's not going to be about that theme that much. I mean, obviously, it is something that you might see in other songs. Me thinking about the big questions. But during this journey of writing this album, I such huge thing has happened to me. I mean, I have become a mother. I have got married. Now I've released this song, and I mean, the album is not finished yet at all. So this everything is going to have an influence to it. Um, but yeah, the album is definitely going to be like it's not like a concept album, but I love when an album has a bigger story, so it doesn't feel like a playlist, just randomly different kind of songs in a row. It's going to be a piece of art for me. Yeah, that
Definitely
style.
so.
Yeah, music wise, you can treat it as a teaser.
So we are waiting for your album, of course. And if I'm not wrong, all the songs you've released so far are in English.
Yes.
And I would like to ask, how do you feel when you write in English and in Finnish? Do you create sometimes in Finnish, and maybe can we expect something in Finnish in the future?
I don't really know how to write in Finnish. I think it's hard. I've been listening mostly to English music. Um, that's one can say that it is the universal pop music language nowadays. Um, I think that Finnish is my first language, and I really admire people who write in Finnish. The best writers. Um, but it's something that, on some level, it comes too close to me, and I think it's just, at least for now, it's better to focus on writing in English and making this international career.
Of course. And I would like to thank you so much because this is actually the end of our interview. So it was a big pleasure to talk with you. And of course, we'll keep our fingers crossed for you. And yeah, we'll of course, watch the UMK in just 1 month, and we really hope to see you on the big Eurovision stage.
Thank you so much.